What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 1s to look at. The Air Jordan 1 Low. This is a collaboration with Travis Scott. They're calling this the golf version. Before we get into the review, do me a favor, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, do me a favor, make sure you hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes. So with that being said, if you do have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave those below. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the shoe. Now, this is another Air Jordan 1 collaboration with the Travis Scott brand. This particular sneaker, it does kind of mimic what we have seen with most Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott lows. One thing about this particular sneaker, it has like this golf theme. The box label on the sneaker does read Air Jordan 1 Low, GNRG, and then it has neutral olive and black and sail. Now, when you open the box, you are met with this, it does come double wrapped. They do have like this pink Travis Scott paper, and then they have the standard white tissue paper like they do with most of their Air Jordan sneaker releases. Now, they did have like a golf thing with this particular Air Jordan 1 Low. Now, the thing is, it does have some similarities with most Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott sneakers. But there are a few noticeable differences on the sneaker, and I'm gonna go over those here throughout the entire video. But there you go, Air Jordan 1 Low, Travis Scott Golf. Now let's take a look at the right sneaker like always. Now the most noticeable thing on this sneaker, with any Travis Scott sneaker, you're going to see that oversized Nike swoosh in reverse, and that is in black, and it is in leather. Now on the other, for the most part, on this sneaker, you do actually have what's considered this nubuck material here, and it does transition in that olive color, and then you do have these hits of white leather going toward the back of the sneaker and going towards the front of the toe box area. Now, from hindsight, it does look like it does have the pretty much the same midsole as it does with any other Air Jordan 1 Low. But when you go to look at the bottom of the sneaker, this is one of the biggest differences, because again, this is a golf themed shoe. So it does kind of look similar to the bottom of any other Air Jordan 1 Low, but there is a few things here. So with the traction here, they did give you these little indentations here to kind of give you more traction at the bottom of the sneaker. And then they did have this Nike swoosh and then golf here. Now, I did throw this sneaker on foot just to kind of see if it was a situation if there would be any discomfort by it being a golf sneaker. But in most cases, it feels just the same. It feels just like you would, as far as comfort and everything. There isn't any discomfort. You would just wear this sneaker just like you would any other Air Jordan 1 Low. Going toward the front of the sneaker, you do have that toe box and more that nubuck material and olive. And then you do have this white leather mud guard. Now going towards the tongue of the sneaker did actually come with these flat white laces, and they did come with a few different lace options, and I'll go over those shortly here toward the end of the video. But then you do have this nylon mesh material for the tongue like always, and it's in that olive. Now, one thing that is different is the tag. Now, you do have this Jordan branding here, the Jordan Jumpman logo, and it does have golf there. And this is that kind of green neon color. And then there is that Cactus Jack tag that you would see with, I'm not gonna unlace the sneaker, but you had that Cactus Jack branding on the side, like most Travis Scott releases. Going on the medial side of the sneaker, the only thing that's different is just, you have this white leather Nike swoosh going frontward versus going in reverse on the other side. But then you do have that hits of white leather going towards the front and then the back of the sneaker. But for the most part, pretty much what you expect from any other Air Jordan and Travis Scott collaboration. And then they do have that Cactus Jack branding going behind the Nike swoosh. Going toward the back of the sneaker, you do have this tab here on the back in leather, and it does have that Air Jordan Wings logo. And that's pretty much it for the right sneaker. The left sneaker, for the most part, pretty much has like, you know, the standard, you know, same overall build. There's your overall oversized black Nike swoosh, and then a white Nike swoosh on the other side. And then again, like I said, they gave you a few lace options. They have like this, and they look like it is like, you know, wax laces. They have black, there's this olive, and then there's a neon green. Now on the inside of the sneaker, on the insole, you do have this Air Jordan Jumpman branding. I'm not sure if I can get that in the video, but it does say golf there in neon, and it has Cactus Jack going toward the front of the sneaker. But yeah, man, for the most part, pretty solid sneaker. This is set to release later on this year. I'm glad that they actually did give us another, you know, Travis Scott release, because I know they were kind of saying like Jordan, the Jordan brand and Travis Scott, they were getting ready to part ways, but then they actually came around with this sneaker here as well. So I don't know if this is going to be the last release. I don't know if they'll have more in the future, but it does seem like, you know, when they do get together, they do give us like, you know, some gems. So this is a pretty solid release. If I had to grade these, I would go ahead and give it probably like an 8.5 out of 10. I'm not really like a fan of the colorway itself. I just feel like, you know, it is something like, you know, you can kind of throw in rotation with the right outfit. Now you can get these off. It's just that it's not like an everyday shoe or anything. And then by being overall like a pretty much all white sneaker, it can get dirty, you know. So I mean, it's just one of those shoes where I feel like, you know, after a while, after you wear it a few times, you're only gonna get a few wears out of this one before it starts to look all old, beat up and dingy, and then, you know, you're trying to run around here looking for another pair if you wanted it. So because of those, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. But again, thank you guys for you know, taking the time to tune in. As always, you can always stay engaged with me. Reach out to me on all of my social network channels. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. But before we get out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a 360, a B-roll, and an on foot. But again, if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. But let's go ahead and get you your 360. So there's the front of the sneaker. There's the lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left. There's the bottom of the sneaker. And then there's the back. And then one thing that I did forget to highlight on the left sneaker, there's different branding, and they have like, you know, that sicko mode Travis Scott logo on the other sneakers. So I mean, again, like I said, not too much different, because they do that on most Travis Scott low releases. So I mean, yeah, nothing really too much, you know, different from like, you know, what we've seen from like most Travis Scott's releases. It's just like, you know, this was just like a golf theme, and they did have like a few, you know, different hits on here. But yeah, man, thank you guys for taking the time to check in with me like always. But until next time, see you later.